What's going on, everybody? Listen, we got a very special one. Huge shout out to the Patreon. That one guy, 1986, he wants me back on that Demondice train. So you know what? That's exactly what we're going to do right now. We're going to jump into Dark Hour. So, one. Oh. Like the vibes on this.
Can't relax at all these days. I haven't for the longest time. I manage it, but where's the line where I'm done?
Whoa.
I'm paused, suspended like an apparition, without a moving on condition.
I love this vibe. Very soulful, very dropped down, subdued. Some cool plays off of synthesized sounds, vocal samples being dropped in. Different keys. Man, it is smooth, and she's chosen a completely different way. Not like the typical let's get out in front as a rapper type of way. Nah, let's vibe it down. Let's mold and match my voice and my tone to what's happening with the production. She's doing it beautifully here, and there's some really good rhyme writing as always with her.
Can't relax at all these days. I haven't for the longest time. I manage it, but where's the line where I'm dying?
Where I'm dying, I'm. So she starts the line with the same rhyme scheme as she ends in. She does this a couple times throughout where it's really cool. Da 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 ein. Da 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 ein. Ein. Da 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 ein. See what she's doing right there? It's like punch, scatter, 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 punch, scatter, 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 punch. Very smooth flow and delivery.
Suspended like an apparition, without a moving on condition. I'm sick of all.
Suspended like an apparition. Like a ghost without a moving on condition. Because ghosts are from the past. Ghosts, and as you know, ghost stories go, the reason why they exist is because there's something that's happened in the past that they can't let go of. That's why they're still here and they haven't moved on. Hence the not being able to move on. The apparition lines, very clever tie-in right there with what she's saying, with like her trauma, what she's going through. She can't move on from it, like an apparition, suspended.
Suspended like an apparition, without a moving on condition. I'm sick of all the lies, suspicion. I won't find a piece I've been missing, so don't run away with me. I'm a lost cause, need to be tossed.
Wow, that's cool. Lost cause, paid to be. I love how she's got like these punchy whispered doubles that she just like clocks in on a couple different words there.
So don't run away with me, I'm a lost cause. Need to be tossed the soft edge. Behavior reach for more time. It's never really been on my side. No heaven for the sins of my pride. In just another moment.
Another great line. No heaven for the sins of my pride.
Dark hour beckons and that's where I hide. Somewhere beyond the darkness, a song in the night as the light was part. It's been another hazy, lazy, sobering day. So bring a lover in the form of a shadow play. If only walls could talk, check the clock to nothing. Beyond the darkness, a song in the night as the light was part. It's been
song in the night as the light rays part. There's a juxtaposition of sort of contrary ideas and schemes here, playing off of the light and the darkness.
The hazy, lazy, sobering day. So bring a lover in the form of a shadow play. If only
and a lover in the form of a shadow play. Again, I take that as giving into that darkness, and it can kind of be intoxicating to be down. Like you kind of get addicted to being down and being in this world, even though you hate it. It's like an unhealthy obsession and way of existence, but you still can't change it. You become so attached to it.
Talk, check the clock, 2 now 3. I fall into a coma called reality. Yeah, defiance, my eyelids refuse to close. And this a dream plays a song out of tune, suppose it goes. Dark hour, lullaby, all 5 of my senses unalive.
Wow.
Just the one and only lonely mind. Wanna be under wonder spell, lost in a diamond-crusted realm inside of a jewelry box mind.
Lost in a diamond-crusted realm inside of a jewelry box mind. Wow. And again, some really poetic lines, and she does have a deeper meditative nature to her, and it really comes out through her lyricism and how she expresses herself through song. But I take that as, you know, this light, diamond shining world, this very materialistic world, that everything's supposed to be okay on the outside, but there's a box and there's constriction to it, and there's more going on inside than what you think.
I wanna spend some time while looking straight into those eyes. never really seemed to read you. A blocker for a chance to breathe you when I tried.
Wow.
I'm stopped. Impervious to soreness, thankless. A servant to the bored and anxious, and you're my blanket. Impervious to
Impervious, A rhymes, to soreness, thankless, B rhymes.
thankless. A servant to the bored.
Servant to the bored and anxious. So she actually went A, B to C. A, B to C. Very good rhyme writing again.
And you're my blanket. My brain is a puzzle, thinking why am I like that? The fame is a muzzle and I cannot fight back.
Nice rhymes again.
To watch the flame flicker and pray that my rise finally dies or ends quicker. Guns in my chest, but it's not from. Watch the flame flicker and pray that my rise finally dies or ends.
Pray that my rise finally dies or ends quicker.
Guns in my chest, but it's not from me. Trigger finger toward the mess I made mentally. I take a shot, put the glass down, descend in a dream where every minute of my time.
I take a shot, so gun to my chest. I take a shot, put the glass down. So that's a double meaning because she's got the shot, like taking a shot to it all and just shattering it, but also like literally like taking a shot and putting that glass down literally. Clever play off of double meanings right there.
The mess I made mentally. I take a shot, put the glass down, descend in a dream where every minute of my time made behind a screen repeats.
Descend in a dream where every minute of my time ain't behind a screen. So there's definitely that reflection and that parallel. She's talked about this before, you know, dealing with fame and dealing with this new status that she has and struggling with it because she's struggling mentally. And she still has to project herself and go out and live in this world on screens, even though the screens can make her worse and drag her down more. She's in a job and in a role where she has to continue and carry on those screens. So you see kind of that contradiction right there in her struggling with that. Very cool.
Lullaby, a wife of my senses, unalive, snuff out our light. Just the one and only lonely mind. Wanna be under wonder spell, lost in a diamond crusted realm.
Such a cool rhythm right there.
Of a jewelry box mind. I wanna sense inside. Somewhere beyond the darkness, a song in the night as the light part. It's somewhere behind the shadows, a melody that ruptured beneath the sad glow. Somewhere the crazed are heartless, oblivious, a melody that ruptured.
A melody that ruptured beneath a sad glow. Again, I just want to pause and highlight that line because I really appreciate the poetry there.
The sad glow. Somewhere the crazed are heartless, oblivious that they are not the ones that start this. The chivalrous become insidious and even hideous than pitiful ridicule when I never took it serious. Somehow the world.
That flow right there. Pitiful ridiculed when I never took it serious. Da 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 da. Smooth.
And even hideous than pitiful ridicule when I never took it serious. Somehow the world is turning. The moon stays alight and the sun's still burning.
I take that as, you know, the chivalrous, it turns. Like, the ones who you thought were there for you, all of a sudden you get stabbed in the back. The ones who look good, off of first appearance and impression, things are not always what they seem.
Somehow we're stuck at 3, alone for a night that could last eternity. Somehow we're here and now.
Hang on.
3 is turning. The moon stays alight and the sun's still burning. Somehow we're stuck at 3.
Somehow we're stuck at 3. I wonder if that's significant because, as I say, 3 a.m. is the devil's hour. So maybe she's playing off of that. But then there was moonlight and sunlight. So it could be 3 during the day or 3 at night.
For a night that could last eternity. Somehow.
Nah, more on the night scheme. I'll take that 3, relating to that 3 a.m. in the devil's hour.
Now is begging for a me that I can't allow. But this soul and this sound is everlasting. My world's the last thing on my mind.
Nice. I don't know why, just the way that that beat was. It was like kind of being lost in the ocean of one's mind. And it felt like just kind of going with the flow. Like there was sort of this careless vibe to it. But at the same time, when you start to peel back the lyrics and think about what she's saying, There's someone that's definitely going through it mentally and like trying to add order to the chaos and trying to make sense and find light within that darkness. And there was a lot of play off of the light and dark. And I take it as someone who's kind of torn, who feels like there's a lot of good happening in her life, a lot of positives, a lot of light, but there's also a lot of bad and a lot of swirling darkness and things that she still is coping with and having to deal with. And that's the poetry that you get with Demondice. Very, very dope. You were Knoxville certified. Hope you guys liked today's video. Listen, if you're here, do me a huge favor, subscribe and notifications on. I love you guys. Stay safe, stay positive. I'm going to catch you again.